Vegas.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Takes it at the 7. And now a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Brady. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now a play fake. Brady. He'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Brady. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Open man has got one. It's nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st down.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, and you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
On 1st down, Brady. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. A throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Yards to go.
To throw on 3rd down, Brady. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Carr on the bootleg, rolling to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Wilson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 15 yards on the play. First down.
5-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Carr. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play.
They'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 73 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football. Crazy there, a quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Jalen Richard now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Throwing again. Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
40-yard line.
Carr They're going to give it to Jacobs. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Carr gives to Rashard. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Trying to get to Rose, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
Well, again, what he was trying to do, he was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here comes Richard on the return. It's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone.
All-Star, you did the same thing last week.
Touchdown for the Bucs.
You did the same thing.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup.
Normally you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. This is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the return here will go on a 31-yard line.
When the team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And goal.
He got 29 yards that time. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here comes Richard on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 40 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back.
Oh, the intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Oh, that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of it.
I told you these niggas are no joke.
And then it's the tip drill.
The tippy toe. I got you with the tippy toe cheese.
And pull in the interception.
You gotta make you like that. Come on. You gotta make you like that. I got you with the use with the tippy toes. You gotta make you like that.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. And
on third down, here's Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
We do that all game.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Here comes Richard on the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And this offense going to let them burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Here comes Richard on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
On the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
I would rather take yards. I would rather lose yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Man open left side is Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Brady. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Ryan Suckup.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
Bradley Pinion for Tampa Bay.
You already lost this game.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
You already know that.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over first and 10.
You will not have
31-yard line.
All right?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more and what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Carr. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done. So
here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They do go for it. It's Carr. Oh, my goodness. Another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. That is now 5 interceptions in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. Some of the throws, yes, but have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Brady now on 1st down. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but what they've done against them, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Shotgun now for Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And this This is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up first and 10.
43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Carr. Now he'll let it go on the run. And the defense loses him. It's complete. They'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 48 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. And the Raiders have got it. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Airing this one out for Evans. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back and work out.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Take it at the 26-yard line.
Just never learn, do you?
CD, this is getting tough to watch. When you feel
Crap
for
over and
him
over
with
again
6
about what you do.
interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Now, all I got to do is go low.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Number 13.
Mike Evans. His second touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. It's a screen to Richard. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here's another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. Now 4 interceptions in this game. It's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
At the 30-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Carr. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Jr. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. tied down now.
He's with the Lions at that time.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that will extend this big lead.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. Oh, look at that. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On play action. Now Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long. He's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball.
Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
20.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead will swell by one more.
To kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ross Cracker. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Buccaneers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.